Let's play the next voicemail. So this one's kind of messed up. We're just going to play this.
Hey, yeah, what's up, Goblin? I just seen your tweet. Figured I would call in, share a little story about the time I stole. So basically, I was working at like this parking facility for the airport. I was working at this parking facility for the airport, like a place you go and leave your vehicle at that's nearby the airport.
This guy, he said,
So
I was working at a parking facility, a place you go and leave your vehicle at. Yo, thank you for the clarification.
basically, we didn't take any cash at all in the facility. Like, it was a cashless facility, only card or Apple Pay or something like that.
Uh-huh.
But we wound up having a hurricane. And when we had a hurricane, the place was still open, and I was working the shift in the little booth that we worked in. And in that booth, they had cameras. They had cameras recording in both of the corners. But for the hurricane, we were running off of a generator, which was only like 20 or 30% power. Like, really just enough just to have the register and the computer going, just enough to take payments and let people out. But the cameras wasn't working. And so they were really telling us to let everyone go for free because of the hurricane happened and they didn't have any power. And so we weren't trying to manually process all the cars. So they were just like, yeah, let everyone go for free. And in that process, customers would pull up, and one customer pulled up and said, do y'all guys take cash? Like, they would always ask if we take cash. And in that moment, a light bulb went off in my head, like, oh, we're letting people out for free anyway. Like, so I could just take their cash and then still just let them out, like it won't be on any
Mid-hurricane.
So I literally just started doing that for the rest of the shift, just taking people's cash. And
we're calling this guy right now before we even finish the voicemail. If he doesn't pick up, we're going to finish the voicemail. But I need to call this guy. Hitting a lick on his fellow citizens during a hurricane is some next level, like, demon shit. Oh, yeah, it would be smart to not pick up the phone.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available.
Leave him a voicemail.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hey, man. It's Jeffrey Johnson, Parking Authority. Just wanted to call. We got a report of you accepting cash for, gate passings at the garage, and they weren't accounted for in the books. So we just wanted to get the scoop on that. It was during the hurricane. Yeah, you remember. Either way, give me a call back. If not, we'll be at your door. Have a good one. All right, play the rest of this voicemail. This guy's fucked.
And letting them out under the impression that they were paying to be let out for cash, but really the company had already paid to let everyone go for free. But needless to say, I left that night with about $1,700 just in cash, like, from that night. So, real good night. Everyone else was happy. And I was giving half
$1,700 he took during a hurricane. There's people, bro. There's probably families, bro. There's a little Timmy in the back seat of a minivan. The tide's rising, bro. It's coming in. A huge wave is coming. He would instantly drown if this wave touched him. It would just grab this baby, pull him away. This guy's like, yeah, I take cash. You could just throw me a dub. I'll lift the gate. No problem, bro. They're literally like at the airport, which is probably on the water. I'm assuming this is in like Florida or some shit, or like North Carolina. I mean, there's a decent chance that this airport was on the water. So literally the waves coming in. Babies are crying in the back seats of minivans, bro. People are about to start floating down the street. All right? This guy's, yeah, bro, only cash only. I can't let you out otherwise. You can go to the top floor and wait it out. Like $1,700 is diabolical, too. I wonder what he did with that money. Me, personally, I'm buying some weed, and I'd say that I'm going to flip it, but I'd probably just smoke most of it. I probably wouldn't make the money back, but that would be my intent, to make the money back. For sure. Okay. All right. So while we were speaking on the phone with our last friend right there, we got 3 calls back from the last person that we tried to call who left us the voicemail. Oh, wait. Did my mouse just die? Oh, never mind. There we go. The last person that we tried to call just hit us with a 3-piece call back. And this is the guy who was finessing people during the hurricane. The terrible parking attendant who no, let's call him back right now. I'm pissed. You had to pick up the phone, dog. He called me back 3 times. If I call...
Hello?
Yo, you're on the Gobcast. You mind being recorded?
Nah, not at all. What's up, Gobby?
Yo, I heard you were fucking doing some reprehensible things during a hurricane.
Nah, definitely was being a little shicey during the hurricane.
So, wait, first off, before we even get into this, because I listened to your full voicemail, so everyone kind of heard the story at this point.
Yeah.
Do you still do that for work?
No, not at all. No, if I still worked there, I probably wouldn't have even said nothing about it.
Okay, and did you ever get in trouble for that at all, or you're good?
No, not at all. Actually, you know it's crazy. I wind up getting fired from that job because of a similar situation, but it was just for $30. They never found out about the $1,700.
Wait, all right. Tell me about the $30 then, bro. You're up to no good, dude. They should have fired your ass.
Yeah, like literally, I was up to no fucking good. Like basically, we got a new system. This was after the hurricane situation.
Okay.
We had got a new system, and I basically was the best one in the little booth that we worked in. It was like 6 of us. We weren't all working at the same time, but like 6 throughout all the shifts. And
Okay.
I was the best employee, like that knew the system. I was also the youngest, so I guess I was like just automatically the most tech savvy one.
Okay.
So I would be responsible basically for training all my older coworkers on the new system because it was like an iPad and shit like that. And
So you were like a fairly senior employee at this point.
Yeah, definitely a little bit, like as in knowledge at least. Yeah, I knew the most about the system.
Okay.
So I was responsible for training them, and basically it was like every time we checked out a customer, they were coming back from a flight or coming back and pick up their vehicle, we had to check them out, and they would have to. The employee would have to put in their basically their ID badge, so we know who did each transaction. And basically, I had the older coworker like logged into the iPad while I was doing the shiesty shit on the iPad. So like I didn't want it to be under my name, and like I got caught up one day because I did something under her name, and a customer wound up coming back in. And whenever they parked, it was like a reward program. You could like build up points for free parking. And a customer came back in one day on my off day and was like, "Hey, do I still get points for that cash transaction?" And then the older coworker, they were like, "What cash transaction? Like, we don't even take cash, sir." And then so they run back the cameras and started investigating like what cash was even given. And they came back to me like, yeah, it was fucked.
Whoever came back definitely like knew they were about to get you in trouble. There's no way.
Nah, definitely.
They came back and they're like asking about their fucking parking garage reward points. No one gives a fuck about that.
Fucking point, like the little 7 points where like 1 day free parking, like bullshit, really, honestly. But I'm so glad. Like I feel like they just like when I got caught up for the $30, they were just like they pulled me in the office and they were basically saying like, the gig is up. We know what happened. We know what you did. And I kind of just owned up to it. And my boss was saying like he'll let me know. He was like, I'm gonna send you home and email you whether or not you still have a job here. And they wound up firing me. But I think if they would have found out about the $1,700, they would have like pursued legal action. Like that would have been enough for them to
$1,700. That's illegal as fuck, dude.
Yeah, definitely.
That's like a real felony. That's a real life crime.
I literally kept stuffing my back pockets with all the cash. Like my back pockets were so fucking fat. I had a cash BBL. Like I literally had to keep going to my car and going like put up like money, like just so I could like refill up my pockets.
So all the people that are coming out of this garage, are you taking money from like families and shit?
Yeah, bro, I'm not gonna lie. It was anybody, bro. Anybody could get that shit. It was anybody. But really, I was doing them a favor, though, like, because I would ring up the actual total, it could be anything from, like, fucking $1,200, $700, $500, whatever their actual total was. I would ring it up in their face so they know this is actually their total. That's what they're supposed to pay. And I would be like,
so you weren't 50% it. Oh, so you were still charging people. I was imagining there was just a lot of people leaving, and you were like, "Yo, give me like $50 and you could get out. You were actually still ringing people up and being like,
Yeah, no,
you just
I
got to
was-
pay
yeah,
half of this in cash.
Yeah, exactly. Because the system was down, and they wanted us to calculate how long everyone had been there, like manually. Like we had to do a bunch of math and shit. So I would do all the math in front of them.
Oh, yeah,
and be
they
like,
didn't
okay,
hire
so
you
this
for
is
that
your
shit.
total.
Fuck that.
Yeah, literally.
They didn't hire you
I
for
was
that.
like, this is your total, and I would be like, okay, so just give me half that, and then they'd be like, yeah, like yeah, like they were. All the customers were happy to do it. It was a win-win situation.
Yeah, fuck. I guess everybody took a dub that day.
Yeah, everybody.
So what
took
did
a
you do
fucking
with the
dub.
money when you got it?
Literally, okay, so it was during like the hurricane, like right after the hurricane, like 2 days after the hurricane.
Like the
happened.
very
So my
recent
power-
hurricanes that happened?
Yeah. It was I forgot the name of it, but it was.
Are
a
you in like
hurricane we had
Florida
out-
or where you at?
No, I'm in Texas. I'm in Houston, Texas.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. It was a recent like little hurricane we had come through here.
Yep.
And my power was still out too, like during all of this. I literally used the money for like just resources and surviving like during that time. I was good as fuck during the hurricane. I know a lot of people who weren't. Like, I was good as fuck. I had a full tank of gas. I had an extra gas can. I had a fucking generator. I was in the car. I had weed. I was hotboxing the car like the whole time, the whole day. People were starving and shit. I was
You
good
were
as
having a
fuck off
fun
that money.
time. This is like a break for you, it sounds like.
Yeah, it was literally like a
You
little
took your
break for me.
$1,700. You went home. You were like, bet, bro. It's
Ass the
hurricane
fuck
season.
out.
Damn.
Yeah, definitely, bro.
So-
and now I got a different job now. I work from home now. That's actually what I was doing when you called originally. Like, I didn't recognize the number. I definitely should have saved it.
So wait, what do you do for a living now, working from home?
Now I essentially sell insurance. Essentially.
Oh, so you're still finessing people.
Yeah, basically.
Hell yeah. Nothing's changed. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Once a finesser, always a finesser, you know?
Wow. How do you like that? Are you doing good? Do you make good money?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I get bonuses and shit like that. There's like a quota. Basically, I have to transfer people. Like, I'm not selling any actual insurance. I just transfer to the actual salesperson.
Oh,
And,
you're like the lead
transfer
guy.
counts the
Like
money.
you make
Yeah,
sure
yeah,
you
yeah.
get them hooked and then you send them over.
Exactly, yeah, and I get paid off the bonuses and shit like that. But yeah, my
Nice.
first check from this place was like $1,700. Actually, I think that was my first check, and there's room to keep going up from there. So
That's fucking solid right there. That pays the bills.
yeah, definitely,
That pays the
definitely. I'm
fucking
21.
bills.
Well, I just turned 22 out here. I got my own place. I got a 2-bedroom house out here. So yeah.
Damn, you got a 2-bedroom house and you're covering it with $1,700 every check?
Yeah, no. That was just the first check. Like, you know, the first one
Fuck.
was always a bit iffy. Like, yeah, so now I'm pulling in a lot more. So, yeah, it's definitely covering the bills and everything.
Damn,
and I don't
I
have
gotta
to
move to
spend
Texas.
gas money on driving to a job. You know, all I have to make sure is I pay the Wi-Fi bill. So,
Damn, yeah, that's another dub too. You get to do it from home. Sounds like you got a sick
Yeah,
fucking
definitely.
gig now. You know, maybe
yeah, definitely.
don't embezzle from this company.
Yeah,
is my
no,
only
no,
input
no
from
more
you.
finessing,
You got
no
a good
more
gig
finessing.
now. Yeah.
Like, I honestly just took my fucking opportunity. I'm an opportunist is really what I am. Like, I realized in that night that we were only running on like a 30% power level, so the cameras weren't on in the booth. I was like, this is my only fucking chance to do this. Like,
So let me
And
throw out a
then
hypothetical for you, right?
yeah.
Let's say right now today you're at work, you're doing your insurance thing. You have the chance. Let's say just something happens. You have the chance. You can steal 20 grand from a customer. It's a 50-50 coin flip odds. 50% you don't get caught and you get away with it. 50% you get caught. Whatever happens, happens. Are you going for that shit?
I'm honestly not. Like, honestly, I'm not even gonna take that risk.
What's the
Just
dollar
because
amount where
this-
you do it?
The dollar, honestly, if you just double that shit like to 50, like a 50K, a 50 ball, 50K for 50 risk, I'm doing
Uh-huh.
it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it for a 50 ball, but not for a 20 ball.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Just because this job is so fucking goated. Like, I'm working right now while I'm talking to you. Like, I'm literally just on my laptop. Like, I can do anything while I'm working.
Do you like
I'm
write
while I'm
emails
working.
to these potential leads, or like how are you working right now?
Yeah, sir. Like right now, I'm just doing my information ops from the people I talked to earlier. So I'm just typing
Okay.
information in Google Docs so that the real salespeople can see this information right now. So that's all I'm doing right now. But usually, for most of the day, I'm doing like calls. It's like an automatic call machine, so the calls are just always rolling in, and I just answer and pick up and just talk.
Damn, that sounds like a pretty chill job, actually. What are
Yeah,
the
definitely,
qualifications? I bet there's gonna be hella people watching this. They're like, "Yo, how do I get this fucking gig?"
Nah, definitely. Yeah, it's crazy how I didn't even realize how many people I'm talking to right now. I got so caught up. It's like it's just me and you talking. Like, but
There's gonna
I
be some
watch
people
every
here, and
episode of the Gobcast.
let's go.
Yeah. So I don't think it's actually any specific qualifications. It's not like I'm specifically qualified. I mean, I guess you would have to have some customer service skills for sure. You definitely have to be able to talk, maybe like a little bit of sales background and stuff like that.
Yep.
Other than that, fucking laptop and some Wi-Fi is literally all you need.
Damn.
They are
Okay.
only based out of Texas, though. This specific company I work for.
There's probably other companies like that, though. You know, I
Yeah,
mean,
definitely. I
surely
think it's all
there's many
over.
other opportunities. Damn. Fuck. Well, it sounds like
Yeah,
you
for
got a good
sure.
gig. Don't hit any licks unless it's 50K or more. I guess 50K is
Yeah,
worth
I'm
it.
not
Then
hitting any
fuck
licks
yeah.
unless it's worth it. Yeah, unless I'll be good for a good amount of time off the licks. Yeah, no.
Well, hey, thank you for calling in. Appreciate the call back. You have a good one, bro.
No, of course, bro. Keep doing what you're doing. I love the videos, God.
Appreciate you, man. Have a good one. Bye bye. You know, I'm glad that guy called back. You know, I mean, that's another one of those kind of things where it's like debatable how morally bad that is. It's like, yo, should the people have gotten out of the garage for free? Yeah. But they were expecting to pay a price and he gave them a discount if they paid cash. So it's like, all right, who lost in the end? Like, they don't even know they lost. The people who paid it think that they won. They're having a better day anyways, you know? Great news across the board. Oh God. So we heard about oh no. All right.